to find the real happy place, right? That place that is beyond the happiness that comes and goes. Where do I look? To find the real happy place, right? That place that is beyond the happiness that comes and goes. Where do I look? And of course, that's the teacher's job. Where do you look? Well, you have to look, try to find that place that is not changing. If your happiness is if you're going to have a feeling of happiness that is consistent, it's got to anchor itself in something that's consistent, right? Now, look around the world. Is there anything out here consistent? Look at your thoughts. Look at your emotions. Look at your sensations. Look at your experiences. Look at memory. Look at everything that you experience as a human being. Is any of it stable? Is any of it even consistent? Grab onto that thought and try to hold it for 2 seconds, let alone 17 or 6, whatever the number is you're supposed to be able to manifest something. It's like, what, are you kidding? You can't do it, right? So where does the attention, where then do we put the attention? Where is that which isn't changing? And of course, that's what self-inquiry is. Well, first off, it's not out there, right? Okay. So, okay, what about in here? Well, when I first go in here, what I find is thoughts. Well, they're far from unchanging. I find my emotions. They're a little less changed. I can get into a state and it'll stay for a while, but it's gone too after a while. Put into sensations, you realize it's a constant flow. They never sit still, right? It's a constant thing. So, okay, thought, emotion, sensation, the sum total of all my experience, constantly changing, right? Is there anything that isn't changing? Well, I draw your attention back to that which is aware of the thoughts, the emotions, the sensations. Just see if you can find that for a moment. So it's not a thought, because the thought is changing. So if this unchanging place is there, it can't be a thought, because thoughts are changing. It can't be emotion, and it can't be a sensation. Oh, is there anything else? Okay, well, there is something that notices the thought coming and going. There is something that notices a feeling coming and going. There is something that notices sensations coming and going. So at least relative to those, whatever's noticing that is stable, at least relatively so. It isn't changing. It's almost as if I'm becoming aware of the silence that's going on behind the music. Or maybe the screen, right? I become aware of the screen on which you're seeing the two of us. Okay? It's like, oh yeah, there's a screen there. I'm so focused on the activity and stuff. Like, oh, well, right, there's a screen. There's a screen here. And the screen doesn't really have any attributes at all. I mean, if I turn it off, I don't even want to look at it. It's really boring, right? So, just within yourself, notice that place does exist. There is this place, there is some place in this universe that does seem to not be changing. And that's simply my sense of knowing, my sense of experiencing. In other words, me. I'm not changing. My thoughts are changing. My emotions are. But I'm not, because I'm here watching them. So what's that? That is, in the Sanskrit, Sat Chit Ananda. Being, consciousness, bliss. That is it. That is the happiness. That is the contentment. That is the equanimity. Because and equanimity is what? It's simply a state that everything's okay the way it is. I'm okay no matter what happens, right? I don't mind what is happening. Now, anything that minds what is happening, that doesn't like it, is going to be a thought, an emotion, or a sensation, isn't it? It's some kind of an idea, it's some kind of an attitude, some kind of an assumption of which you are aware, which is also unstable. And so suddenly, wait, that which is aware doesn't have an issue with what it's looking at. That which has an issue appears to it. It's very subtle, folks, right? This is very, very subtle. But notice I'm not making this shit up. Look for yourself. My God, it's really there, right? I'm not hypnotizing you. I'm not planting thought. We're not doing an affirmation. We're just going, oh my God, there is something that notices that. There is something against this, everything that's coming, this thing that isn't coming and going, that's noticing everything that is. And now that sense of me, that sense of self, does it ever change? Well, then that's what we're looking for. That's the truth. That's the real happiness.